Okay, I'm gonna do a video. It's the end of the day. I'm about to take this makeup off. You guys are about to see me do my skincare routine for the night. Taking this makeup off. Okay. Um so but what I wanted to talk about was people who are trading, the beginner traders out there, what systems I'm using. I get questions about that, and that's like a lot of what people ask. Like, what systems are you using? What platforms do you recommend? Well, first, let me let you guys know I'm a futures trader. I dabble in options, but for the most part, I am a futures trader. And for me, I use 3 platforms because of the strategies that I use. So let me explain. For you, depending on where you are in your strategies, like in your trading, you may be at this level. You may not. I think my light bulb just went out, and um, so I use TradeView. I like TradeView for charts. I like to use TradeView to set up my charts. So I will go into TradeView. I do use TradeView a lot. Okay. I'm getting tired, as you guys can see. After TradeView, but I don't place trades in TradeView. You can. You can connect your brokerage to TradeView. Okay. Both of the brokerages that I use are both with TradeView. Let's see if this is gonna work. Maybe this is gonna work. Let me see. Try to get some light in here. You guys see me okay? There we go. So after TradeView, I use, when it comes to placing my trades, I place my trades on Trade-of-8. So I use Trade-of-8 primarily, and then I also use Charles Schwab. And let me explain like my strategy and how and why I do things, right? So for me, and you guys know this is like a real video because my light in my bathroom just went out and I'm still doing the video. Um, I, for my short-term income trading, I use Trader. Okay. Now the strategy that I use with Trader, and you don't have to use this strategy, but the strategy that I use is I have the prop firm, I use the payouts, and I take the payouts and pull them into my real money account, to my Charles Schwab account. And then very modestly, I mean, you guys heard some of the numbers that I run, that I have income. I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I don't have other businesses that take care of my life. So for trading, I have a certain amount of money that I keep in my trading account for short term, for my short term vehicle. Okay? Short term vehicle, there's a certain amount of money that I keep in the short term account. I take money out of that account with Trade I use Apex as a prop firm. You can do payouts with them twice a month, every 8 days. So I do payouts with them, fund my other long-term strategies. Okay, so for day trading, scalping strategies, that's what I use Trade. Now, for my long-term investment account, where we have strategies that I'm in for weeks, months, that's with Charles Schwab. That's my investment account. Because I am an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, I don't have a Roth IRA or a 401k. I could, it's not to say because you're an entrepreneur, you can't. I just choose to control my retirement and have different investments. And so for my long-term bucket, that's where it is. Okay, for me. Let's see if I can get this light back on. Okay. So not everybody has to do it like me. Again, it depends on, your trading style and how you like to do things. I also have crypto and a Coinbase wallet. But I'm on crypto, I'm long. So I'm more of a buy and hold on crypto. I don't really trade crypto. XRP, my Tether, I use that for business overseas. A lot of businesses, they like to use Bitcoin to trade with, to do invoicing with nowadays, to clear invoices. And so I have my Coinbase account for that. So, but just starting out, you're good to just have two. Yeah, starting out, you're good to just have two. But again, it depends on your strategy. Some of you are younger, you know, or if you're older like me and you need to have these long-term investment accounts, you should do that. Okay. So that's what I have for me. Will I ever go to a more simplified system? Probably not. That's probably as simplified as it can get because I really like the functionality of TradeAway. I used to use um, TradeStation. Um, when I first started trading, I used to use TradeStation. When I started back trading this go round, like the last year or two, last couple of years rather, um, when I found out TradeAway had a DOM, there is no need for me to have to go back to TradeStation. So, and for me, it's a way of leveraging other people's money. As an investor, you know, I have projects going on in Africa. I have real estate projects going on. It's always good for me to be able to leverage other people's money. And so for me, I like the prop firms for that reason. People say, oh, don't you feel like an employee? Don't you feel like this? You know, you just have to be disciplined. You know, you just have to follow rules, which makes you a good trader. I appreciate the type of trader I've evolved to be uh, since starting with prop firms. So I'm not complaining at all. It's made me more profitable. I would say using prop firms and also teaching, definitely. Using prop firms and teaching have been the two things that have made me a better trader because it's the accountability factor and the fact that you are going over the material over and over and over again. You're looking at the material over and over and over again. And so teaching and also um, being in the prop firms have made me a better trader. And that's just being honest. Yeah. Yep. So again, it's just a long end of a long day for me. But I realized in all the videos that I recorded today, I didn't record any about trading. And I had it on my list to get some content created for you guys because there were questions coming in about what platforms do I recommend. Now, mind you, I'm not endorsing any of these platforms. Nobody pays me, right? I'm just telling you what I use. You may use something else. And for my journals, because you guys should also have an online journal, you can create a journal, okay? You can create a journal, or If you want a free journal, I use Stonk Journal. STONK journal. It's a free online recording system. Okay. I don't have my guasha here in Africa. I need a set. So if you guys want to get me something for my birthday, I need another guasha set for Africa. I have one that one of my goddaughters got me, and it's at the temple in America. So I need a second set for Africa. Until then, I just do my lymphatic movements by myself. Yeah. Um, for my calendars, I use investing.com. Investing.com. I also use, TradeView has calendars that are out. For news, of course, I do subscribe to Bloomberg. That's probably one subscription that I, I don't want to necessarily say recommend, but it's something I invest in. Bloomberg, because no matter where I am, I need to have news. I need to stay connected, and not just any news. I need to have financial news, So, yeah, I can get it on any device. So they also have a good economic calendar, you know. I'm trying to think what other, that's pretty much it. As far as my laptop, no one uses my laptop but me. Pretty soon, I'm going to have a laptop just for trading. But right now, on this particular laptop that I have different profiles. And I do have a profile that's just for trading. In Africa, I have 1, 2, sometimes 3 redundancy Wi-Fis, meaning backup for Wi-Fi, because the last thing you want is to be in a trade or can't get out of a trade, or big news is coming, or anything to happen, and you don't have access to the internet. It's just not good. Okay. So when you're trading, you have to have stable internet. And so no matter where I go, I try to have 2 and 3 different internet sources. Okay. So that's something I would recommend as well. As far as different screens and all of that, I do have a screen set up, but it's not really too necessary. Not for me, I just downsized for this season, but I had a whole office set up for trading and different screens and the desk. And so the building where the office is, they're renovating it and turning it into like condominiums. And so we moved out for a season. And so I don't have office space right now, which is okay. And so I don't have a big screen set up, but just on my laptop is fine. I mean, I'm on the go so much. I'm one of those people that feel comfortable and feel like I trade from my phone. I can trade from my phone. I can trade from my laptop. It doesn't matter. For me, it's about being able to eyeball my setup. That's it. If I can see my setup, then I'm good. And so, yeah. Where do you guys like to trade? You like to trade from your phone? You like to trade from your laptop, your computer, your iPad? Where do you guys like to trade from? You guys should message in the comment or comment in the message. And let me know what systems you guys use. Do you guys use Trade-of-8? Do you guys use prop firms? Do you guys use TradeView? Okay. What asset class do you guys trade? I'm futures all day. Okay. Like I said, because I'm just a trader, right? Just businesswoman. I do have different asset classes. Like I dabble, like I said, in options. I dabble in crypto. My long term is in Charles Schwab. You know, just gotta protect yourself. Always plan for the future. So, what are you guys out there doing? Or what would you like to learn to do? What strategies? It's part of wealth strategy, right? It's part of my wealth strategy, long term investment strategy. If you guys ever wanted to learn any of that, I could teach you that as well, of course. Okay. Righty. I'm going to go on this one. I'm tired. My face is clean. I think it feels clean. And I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to shower and go to bed. Okay, you guys. Be well.